Hello, welcome to my presentation about cloud deployment models. Let's start with this question. What does it really mean to put something in the cloud? And why do organizations make such different choices when they get there? Cloud deployment models are not merely technical architectures. They encode assumptions about control, trust, collaboration, risk, and scale. Understanding these models helps explain why a startup, a hospital consortium, and a government agency might all rely on cloud computing, yet deploy it in fundamentally different ways. The public cloud is the model most people intuitively imagine. Computing resources, servers, storage, networking, and services are owned and operated by a third-party provider and delivered over the internet to multiple customers. Public clouds emphasize elasticity and cost efficiency. Organizations can scale resources up or down on demand and pay only for what they use. A startup running a mobile app, for example, might rely entirely on a public cloud to handle sudden spikes in user traffic without investing in physical servers. Metaphorically, the public cloud is like public transportation: affordable, scalable, and efficient, but shared with others and governed by common rules rather than personal preferences. In contrast, a private cloud is dedicated to a single organization. It may be hosted on premises or by a third party, but the defining feature is exclusivity. Private clouds appeal to organizations with stringent regulatory, security, or performance requirements, such as a bank managing transaction systems or a university storing sensitive research data. These organizations gain greater customization and control, but often at higher cost and with less elasticity than public clouds. The private cloud resembles owning a private car. It offers comfort, control, and predictability, but requires higher upfront investment and ongoing maintenance. Between these two extremes lies the hybrid cloud, which combines public and private environments into a unified architecture. Hybrid cloud allows organizations to place workloads where they make the most sense. For example, a hospital might keep patient records in a private cloud while using the public cloud for large-scale data analytics or AI-driven diagnostics. This model reflects a pragmatic recognition that no single environment is optimal for all tasks. As a metaphor, hybrid cloud is like owning a car but also using ride-sharing or public transit when it is more convenient, balancing control with flexibility, though at the cost of coordinating multiple modes of travel. A less commonly discussed but increasingly relevant model is the community cloud. In this approach, cloud infrastructure is shared by several organizations with common goals, requirements, or regulatory constraints. For instance, a group of public universities might jointly operate a cloud environment to support collaborative research while meeting shared compliance standards. Community clouds emphasize collective governance and cost sharing while preserving more alignment and trust than a generic public cloud. They are best understood as a cooperative housing model. Residents share resources and rules because they have common interests, even though no single member owns the entire building. Finally, multi-cloud refers not to a single cloud, but to a deliberate strategy of using multiple cloud providers simultaneously. An international enterprise might run customer-facing applications on one provider, analytics on another, and regional workloads on a third to meet data sovereignty requirements. Multi-cloud can reduce vendor lock-in and improve resilience, but it also demands strong coordination and governance. The metaphor here is a multilingual household or toolkit. Having access to many languages or tools increases flexibility and choice, but only if the users are skilled enough to manage the complexity without confusion. Taken together, these deployment models show that the cloud is not one destination but many possible configurations, each reflecting different priorities and constraints. The real question, then, is not which model is best in the abstract, but how well a chosen model aligns with an organization's mission, risk tolerance, and capacity for change. What values are being optimized: speed, control, collaboration, resilience, and which are being traded away? If this perspective resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which deployment model have you seen work best in practice, and why? Feel free to comment with your experience, share this video with colleagues, and give it a like if it sparked a new way of thinking about the cloud. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.